Hello everybody, this is Yvonne for Yvonne's Love Stream Walks. Walking each other home today, Friday the 7th of August 2026. And here I am in the polytunnel called, gosh, is this otter or badger? I'm not sure. But anyway, what an abundance of gorgeousness of nasturtiums. Look at these nasturtiums. Yeah, really fantastic colours. I love it when I bend down a little and get the Rebecca Lynn, I'm glad you're here to see this wonderful Cullerneness. And Tom, great to see you too. But this is Irmgard High. Look at this, so rich and lush in here. And just to think that every week they now fill about 56 boxes with the produce, and we're going to take a little wander because they're growing much more than tomatoes. But I mean, I just love, look at the rich colour of these nasturtiums. Vermilion. Yes, salad. Tomatoes that really taste like tomatoes. Some of them, they don't taste like tomatoes at all. But yeah, what a wonderful, I'm up one end and I'm going to walk right through. I love these, look, they're like little necklaces of tomatoes. Little braids of tomatoes or something like that. Yeah, it is wonderful to see things on the move, as I said. A sense of nature, just with a bit of help from us, humanity. Again, just rich and lush and full of nourishment and the goodness of the earth. Look, it's so beautiful to see these lies. Hello, Bonnie. We're just here in one of the polytunnels at Cullerne, just appreciating the nasturtiums and these lovely falling tomatoes everywhere. So I'm just going to wander up here as we go. And today we're walking with the quality of commitment. And there's the angel sitting at the desk very vigilantly working on something. Hi, Susan. And I feel like the people who got Cullerne going just had this incredible amount of commitment and enthusiasm and the will to good. And I should name Facile and also Louise Marie, who hopefully we'll see in the third polytunnel later. She's come over from Belgium. She's been here for months as a volunteer, just really helping get this whole project off the ground. And I'm sure there's examples all over where you live of people who've done things like that. Hi, Jane. Hope I haven't missed anybody so far. Who have we got? I'm just looking back. Anyway, it's great to enjoy Cullerne with you. Some of you have worked here. I'm glad there's a lull in your customer. Oh, hi, Diane. I hope I said hello to you. I'm glad there's a lull in your customer base, Rebecca Lynn, so that you can enjoy, because I know you particularly love Cullerne and just everywhere. I mean, look how many tomatoes are on that little bunch over there. Just great. And all at different stages of ripening. A bit like us, I suppose. We're all at different stages of ripening physically, but also spiritually, emotionally. You know, it's the old wake up, grow up, clean up. And look at this. Now, is this spinach? Got some very big leaves, isn't it? Very big leaves. And I want you to know that I haven't sneaked one tomato into my mouth. Facile, if you're watching, I have not sneaked one tomato. I'm leaving it all there. But just gorgeous. If you missed the very beginning, go back. There's just the most beautiful picture of all the nasturtiums. And look at these huge beets. Are they beets? Look at the orange. Gosh, look at the orange stalks of that one. A beauty, a real beauty. Oh, it's kale, is it, do you think? I wasn't sure it was kale. Maybe it is. I'm not the expert, far from it. But it's really rich. And look at this. Yeah, there's a lot of tomatoes here ready for next week's boxes. I think the boxes are done on a Thursday. Anyway, we're going to leave this rich. Chard, maybe, Kendall. Hello, welcome. Amazing restraint. Exactly. I'm proud of myself. And so we come out. Now let's see, which one are we in? Ah, we're in Badger. We're in Badger. So now we're going to go into Otter. And slightly different shaped tomatoes in this one. And some rather big looking, triffidy looking things. Now somebody I mentioned triffids in a walk a while ago, and somebody said, what's a triffid? And I said, oh, you have to read the book, Day of the Triffids. Is that John Wyndham, Day of the Triffids? Anyway, here I am. Now this one, this polytunnel's called Otter, and this has got completely different sorts of tomatoes. So we were looking at the little round ones. Now these ones, look, chard. Irmgard says yes, chard. Look, these are like little teardrops. Look, they're like little, beautiful shape. Beautiful shape. I wonder, I guess they probably have a different taste as well. And then coming along here, look what I spy. Some cucumber. Lots of cucumbers. Oh, it's really a pleasure. And then in between, yes, in between these lines of cucumber, I guess these are the marigolds. Companion planting, keeping away I guess there's a reason known to the gardeners of how to plant. And then over here, we've got lots of basil. I bet it smells delicious, this basil. Yeah, look at that. Pesto waiting to be made. We'll have a little reconnoitre up these. Oh, look, and these tomatoes are different again. They're very paunchy. Is that a word? Sort of round and big. Yeah, look, they're very big ones. You can tell I'm not I'm not a vegetable gardener, although I did. Jill, hi. If you've just come on, the first polytunnel we were in was even more richly and abundantly full than this one. We've got lots of nasturtiums in there as well. And here, these are beans. No, that's cucumbers as well. Whoop. Yeah, look at the cucumbers. Oh, and I wish you could smell, fantastic smell here of the cucumber leaves. Yeah, beautiful. And wow, there's just a fantastic forest of all sorts of things up this end. And the orange and the purple always go so well together. And nasturtiums in the back there. I'm at a dead end though here. Can't go any further forward. But it's a very lovely place to turn around and see. I love when you can just see the tiny little cucumbers just beginning, the little flower and then the cucumber. I mean, nature is a miracle. Well, humans are a miracle as well. Yeah, Cindy, I always remember nasturtiums in the salad in the community centre. And, but yeah, nature is, look at this little one there, just waiting to grow, all different sizes. Just beautiful. It is lovely. It's very nourishing and nurturing to tap into nature in this way and to marvel at it. And if you've just joined, we're walking with the quality of commitment today. I guess I'm honouring the commitment it took to get Cullerne going again. Such a lot of thought, organisation, investment of time and money, the entrepreneurship, all of those things, I honour them. Well, we have a lot of deer as well here, Jane. And that's why people, although we were going to have a community without fences, people have, with permission, put up fences to protect their vegetables from the deer. And I find deer droppings on my front path, and sometimes if I'm out early in the morning, I catch a deer in my front garden, which is lovely. But yes, they often bite the top off my flowers to my, yeah, I sort of think, no, I've just gone and planted those. But yeah, oh, such a lovely tomatoes. Also have a great smell. Now there's a mega tomato bursting out here. Ah, gorgeous smells all around me. Now here's Louise Marie. I was just telling you, you're a bit of a heroine of the whole resurgence of Cullerne. So just say hello to the world.
Hello everybody.
And maybe some of them know you, because some of them have been here.
Maybe, probably.
Yeah.
Totally, yeah.
And you're here till middle of September.
Yes, I came here for 6 months, just to do the love in action,
Yeah.
Save Cullerne. I'm very inspired by this place, and I wanted to stay alive. So
Yeah, well, you're a great example of love in action.
thank you.
And,
Enjoy.
this is a great testament to the.
Yeah.
We're walking with the quality of commitment today.
Exactly.
We
Totally,
yes, this quality of commitment.
Fantastic.
And I was talking about you and Facile and your commitment to getting this going.
Yeah.
Just since last September, it's amazing what's been achieved.
It's a lot, and it's very beautiful to see. Yes, all
Yeah,
the
fruits of your
tomatoes
labour. Okay, thank you. Oh, that was lovely to see Louise Marie. And we're going to head off. I found her in the 3rd polytunnel a while ago. We'll get there in a minute. But first of all, I'll try chicken poo, Jane. Oh, where do I get chicken poo from? Look at this lovely. Wow, this gateway is just, it looks fantastic. Look at, it's crew cut. It's a very long crew cut, this gateway. It's almost, I wouldn't want them to prune it actually. I'm just sort of standing back so you can see the whole gateway here. It's quite a good shot, isn't it? But yes, this is the flower garden that's being coaxed back to its former glory little by little. And people have taken on, gosh, look at the wonderful trunk here of this gateway. Magnificent. Arching overhead. Yeah, the sun trying to come out over there. We've had a lot of rain this week. And some lower temperatures. This nice little fluffy bush here. But yes, there's nice little nooks and crannies back in the flower garden. Some nice, ever such a soft pink rose here with a little insect on it. And the pond is back. Yeah, it is a great example of love in action, Irmgard. Really to be commended. And of course there's more work to be done, but one step at a time. Eileen says this week, don't look too far ahead. Let things unfold. Don't manipulate things too much. I'm just showing you this gorgeous apple tree, my friend Michael Curry, who runs Savitri, he was telling me that this apple tree, he said this apple tree is hundreds of years old. I mean, it's gorgeous. The trunk is beautiful. It's got some, I don't know what the apples taste like. But yeah, beautiful abundance of apples here. This very old and venerable tree. And Michael has taken on this little piece of garden. So this is his little love in action. He planted irises and lavender. There's a little frog here. Yeah, nice that people can take on little parts of the garden. Anyway, how is everybody? How are you all going? And then a little stand of alums here. Some yellow, and then just Cullerne House there in the background. As we're going to go through this little, oh, there's lots of lovely flowers. We might pick those up on the way back, and another gate over there with its crew cut. But we're going to go through this little gap in the fence that some of you will know. Before I forget, Zoomers, we are Zooming next Wednesday at 5 o'clock. And this is a little bit of Narnia. Don't you think? We're going through the back of the wardrobe into the forest, behind the coats. And out we come to the third polytunnel. And this polytunnel was put up when we had the care farm. We had people with learning challenges come with their carers, and they worked in this polytunnel, which has its own little pond here, and a lovely spray of orange and yellow. I'm glad they left this spray in the middle of purple. And then Louise Marie was in here earlier, and she was so gently and with such dedication soaping, putting soap on all the leaves of the aubergine or the eggplant over here, because they were getting flies on them. And I thought, gee, that's a job of patience and commitment. So these are the aubergine, and she was soaping the leaves. And here we've got the peppers. I wonder if they're hot chili ones or not. I'm not a great fan of peppers. And then over here, this is a different sort of pepper. And guess what? This week, the coming week, has my favourite Eileen guidance of all 365. And it's, you might remember, it's August 10th. And it's the one that says, if you want to help the world situation, it all starts with the individual. When each of us changes our consciousness to love, peace, harmony and unity, the consciousness of the whole world will change. There it is, in a nutshell, everybody, in a nutshell. And I remember when I went to Peru, oh gosh, when was that? 2019. My good friend Maria, who is coming in September to visit, she said to me, oh, can you run an evening called The Future of Humanity? And I thought, holy hell, that's a bit of a tall order, to run an evening on the future of humanity. And you know what? I sat down and I did a little meditation, and I thought, what would Eileen say? And what came up was this particular August the 10th piece of guidance. And it was, well, it all begins with the individual. How is humanity going to change? What's the future of humanity? Well, it depends on each one of us. So I read this out at the beginning, and then the whole evening just sort of unfolded from there. So thank you, Eileen's guidance, for showing me which way to go with such a topic that seemed a little bit challenging. So this is the third polytunnel. And they used to, the Care Farm crowd used to come here, and they loved working in the garden and then going and doing some cooking with Daisy possibly, or some dancing. Rosie and I did dancing with them. Yeah, we should bring that back sometime. Gosh, look, it looks so healthy. This looks like something else, but look at all these peppers, fantastic. Now, I haven't been getting any comments for a while. You've all gone to sleep. Anyway, the whole fundraising went great last week. Thank you for those who bought tickets and watched my dance. And my dance went really well. And we had a little showing of it on a screen during our break on Tuesday evening. And yeah, it looked wonderful. I was so pleased we did that. And we raised at least £6,000, and it's still coming in. So it's all really helpful. Oh, look. That's a very lovely one, isn't it? Yeah, pesto indeed. Oh, we've got a... Cindy, good, you're awake. Now I'm going out to the open fields. Now, the workers have got their work cut out for them here because there's many fields that haven't been touched yet, but this one looks great. And I love these cabbages with their purpley pink tinge to the outer leaves. They're so pretty. They're very, very pretty. Oh, are you getting short disruptions, Rebecca Lynn? I'm sorry about that. It doesn't that's not obvious at my end. But look at these beauties. It reminds me of the 40-pound cabbages for which this place is famous originally. Maybe that's why I'm not getting any comments. But yeah, look. Walking up this row of cabbages, and there's other things under wraps over there, probably a lot of kale, but the earth looks very rich in colour, and the cabbages all in various stages of development. So cute. Anyway, and the other famous one, Eileen has another piece of famous guidance this week, and it's the famous, well, it's biblical really, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That's also in Opening Doors Within for this coming week. Just see the top of Cullerne House there, which is going well as a bed and breakfast and as a place for meetings and workshops. And then we come over to the next field. Lots of things going on here. Lettuce. And then in the background there's another one, but if I go this way, you can see that there's lots more to be done for next year. So if you're feeling like some love in action, just come along. Yes, there's a lot to be done here to make these fields produce again. And Eileen also talks this week about teaching by example. She says people who are living a spiritual life and demonstrating, that their consciousness is turning to love and peace and harmony and unity, that's far better than, standing on a table or a chair somewhere and shouting wonderful words out to people and not living it in a practical way. Another field that needs to be cultivated again. Yeah, the golden rule. Yeah, it is called the golden rule. Do unto others. If we stopped and thought, I guess, you know, I'm not going to do that because I wouldn't want to be treated that way. Or I wouldn't want to be misinterpreted or misunderstood. Yeah, it's a very good rule of thumb. And also, Eileen says to always take the optimistic point of view. I know that's a challenging one when things are really, really rough. To take the optimistic, always take the optimistic. Now look what we've got here. Now what song comes to mind when you see this row of corn? Oh, you're frozen? That's very strange. So the corn is, do you think it's as high as an elephant's eye? I'm not sure. But down here we've got loads of leeks under the gauze, and we've got the corn. I'm very sorry if it's frozen for you. Eileen also reminds us that it's a joy and a privilege to be alive. Here I'm looking at the zucchini, or the courgette. We call them zucchini in Australia. Here's one under here. Yeah, and these courgette flowers, zucchini flowers. Yeah, so there's got to be enough produce to fill at least 56 boxes. Amazing. Yes, so I hope that we all remember that it's a joy and privilege to be alive. Sometimes things can get us down, but you know, it is wonderful. And I really liked it in this week's guidances in Opening Doors Within, that Eileen, when she says to turn your consciousness to love, peace, unity and harmony, she knows what human beings are like, and presumably herself, and the guidance points out, you know, it's not easy. We need to examine our own motives, our likes and our dislikes, our tendency to discriminate when we probably shouldn't, and that we should really sort of take an inventory of ourselves and get ourselves sorted out. But look, I'm down at the pond now, and the lilies are out all around the edge of the pond. It's beautiful. I don't want to go too close, but it is lovely. And then out in the middle there's a beautiful little island. You can see that there's quite a wind blowing today. Quite a strong wind. But our temperatures are very, very, very temperate. You know, there's definitely no heat wave happening here. The other day it was 15 degrees centigrade. That is not very warm for midsummer. And, oh, hi Marilyn. We're just down at Cullerne Pond, looking at the lovely lilies over there and the wind in the trees. Gorgeous spot. And then I loved another thing that is in the guidance this week. Remember, we were walking with the quality of light last week. We are the light. You are the light of the world. And the guidance says, you're either working for the light or you're not. So decide what you're doing. hopefully we're all working for the light. What do you think? Hope so. You're either working for the light or you're not. And be a flame. And I don't mean a flame as two words. I mean be a flame, like a blaze, as a verb. It's coming up to an excellent apple tree again here. Gosh, look at those. I hope they get used, eaten, juiced, cidered. Gosh, just full of them. Yes, it does feel like that it's a high energy place. Just looking through there to Cullerne House. Yeah, be a flame, be a blaze with the light. She also says to be wholehearted. It's nice with a little bit of a garden here. Yeah, so this do unto others as you would have them do unto you, then we would be very thoughtful, wouldn't we, about our criticism and our judgment and our condemnations. We would maybe soften a little bit, be more gentle, because I imagine that that's the way we all would like to be treated. So even if there's some tough things to say to people, we can always say them skillfully and cleanly. Gosh, there's so many wood chips waiting to be used there. And so I'm coming back into where we started, so that the people who came on a little late, look at this delicious, the green looks so juicy on these leaves. And here we have the lovely lines of tomatoes. But we're just going to end up here where we began. What time is it? But it's just lovely. Isn't it great walking through here together? Strings of tomatoes. And I want to end with something that David Spangler wrote. I don't know whether any of you follow the Lorians these days. Oh, look at these little, they're almost like the shape of a pear. They're little dewdrops of tomatoes. But up here at the end is really where I think it's extra pretty. This is the site that Diane commented on earlier. I hope your kittens are going well, Diane. Look at that, Cullerne, the Renaissance of Cullerne Gardens. Long may it last. May the food grown here nurture everybody. But let me finish with a little piece by David Spangler. Yeah, tiptoe through the tulips. He said, "May I appreciate this day the presence of love in my world. May my actions increase this presence. May I appreciate this day the value of my life and my power to make a positive difference in the lives of others. May I act in this power. May I appreciate this day of wonder of the world and all its life. May my actions serve the well-being of this world and all its life. May the light of my soul be present to me this day and through me to all whom I meet." Beautifully, beautifully said David Spangler. May I appreciate this day the wonder of the world and all its life. May my actions serve the well-being of this world and all its life. And may the light of my soul be present to me this day and through me to all whom I meet. So sending the love and the light and the wisdom of my soul to the love and the light and the wisdom of all your souls. And yeah, I feel a little moved. A little moved to say hello amongst the tomatoes here today. It's so lovely to see you all. Mwah. And if you're Zooming, I'll see you on Wednesday. Otherwise, see you next week. Bye-bye.